Hi guys, welcome to tonight's bedtime story. Today we're gonna have a look at Pigs Might Fly by Jonathan Emmeth and Steve Cox. Pigs Might Fly. Once upon a time, there were 3 little pigs, but I'm sure you know that story already. This is the story of what happened next. So, twice upon a time, there were 3 not so little pigs. Their names were Waldo, Woody, and Wilbur. This is Waldo. Waldo was not the cleverest of pigs, and he never learnt by his mistakes. After his straw house, he had decided to build a straw television and even a straw bicycle. This is Woody. Woody was cleverer than Waldo, but he wasn't very careful. So while the things that Woody built often looked impressive, they didn't last for very long. And this is Wilbur. Wilbur, the smart pig of the litter. When Wilbur built something, he always went the whole hog and built it properly. Oh yes, and this is the big bad wolf, whose real name was Algernon, so you can see why he never told anyone. The wolf was still sore about what happened the first time he climbed down the 3 pigs' chimney. In fact, his bottom was so badly scalded, he still couldn't sit down properly. One day, Wilbur saw this advert in his newspaper. Patton's Perfect Pies is proud to announce the first Pie in the Sky air race. The winner will receive a magnificent trophy and all the pies they can eat. It has to be Peterson's. Yum yum. That sounds like a prize worth winning, thought Wilbur, licking his lips. When Waldo and Woody heard about the next race, they were just keen to enter, and so each pig set about building an airplane. Waldo thought that he should stick to what he knew best, so he built his plane out of, can you guess? Yes, straw. Woody usually threw things together from whatever was lying around, so he built his plane out of, can you guess? Yes, sticks. And Wilbur, well at first, Wilbur didn't build anything, he just drew lots of pictures. Wilbur was still drawing where Waldo and Woody had finished building their planes. I want to make sure that everything works properly, he explained. When Wilbur finally started, he built his plane out of, can you guess? No, not bricks. Who ever heard of a plane made out of bricks? He built it out of metal, of course. All this time, the big bad wolf has been spying on the pigs. At last, he grinned. My chance for revenge. I will stop those pigs from hugging all the glory, he thought. I'll win at that air race. Then I'll wolf down those pies and have those 3 pockers for pudding. On the day of the race, all the airplanes were lined up and ready to go. The big bad wolf had brought along his own plane and was wearing a sheepskin, flying jacket and a hat as a disguise. He sneaked around the back of the Wilbur's jet and drained out all the fuel. A horn sounded and the race began. Waldo's airplane wobbled down the runway. Woody's airplane rattled down the runway, but Wilbur's airplane didn't move at all. Wobble, wobble, wobble. Rattle, rattle, rattle. Waldo's straw airplane had only made it halfway down the runway when the wolf came speeding up behind him. Let me win, little pig! Let me win! He shouted. Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin, called Waldo. Then I'll boom and I'll zoom and I'll smash your plane, cried the wolf. And he drove his jet, whoosh, right to the middle of Waldo's airplane and took off into the sky. Woody's airplane had started well, but it began to fall apart in the air. The wolf came whizzing up. Let me win, little pig, let me win, he shouted. Not by the hair of my chinny chin chin, called Woody. Then I'll vroom and I'll zoom and I'll smash your plane in, cried the wolf. And he drove his jet, crashed right through. The middle of Woody's airplane had smashed into pieces. The wolf was now so sure that he was going to win the race that he decided to show off a bit. Look at me, he cried, and he looped and looped. He had just finished the daring display when who should come flying past but the 3 pigs. Wilbur had fueled his jet and picked up the others. Now they were ahead of the wolf. The wolf was furious. Let me win, little pigs, let me win, shouted the wolf. Not by the hair on our chinny chin chins, called all the pigs. Then I'll vroom and I'll zoom and I'll smash your plane in, cried the wolf. But try as he might, the wolf could not bring down Wilbur's plane. Right, thought the wolf, if that plane's gonna win, then I'm gonna be the one flying it. So he jumped out of his plane and landed behind the huge barrel at the back of Wilbur's jet. What is this thing anyways? He wondered. It looks like a big metal chimney, he thought, sticking his head inside. While Zoe and Woody had also noticed the huge metal barrel. What is that thing anyway? Asked Waldo. It's a rocket booster, explained Wilbur. What does it do? Asked Woody. This, said Wilbur, pushing a big red button. A huge flame shot out of the rocket booster and blasted backwards, and the jet whooshed forward over the finishing line. Hooray! We did it! Cheered the pigs. We won! What happened to that other pirate lot? Had Waldo. I bet he didn't want to hang around again, said Woody. Yes, grinned Wilbur. I expected he's a sore loser, a very sore loser indeed.
I hope you enjoyed tonight's bedtime story, and I hope you're not like Woody, Waldo, and you're smart as Wilbur. Good night, friends.